international speaker, marketing and sales coach, owner of Network in Action franchise, TV talk show host. I help entrepreneurs get known, get connected, get paid to make six figures and beyond. This is Toni Harris-Taylor.
She got me really motivated.
I learned something that I could immediately put to use.
Register today to get the connections you.
All right. This is Toni Harris-Taylor, and welcome to the Drastic Results with Toni Harris-Taylor show. And I am super excited to have you here live or on replay. Thank you so much for sharing this video with your network. So as you are watching, just hit that share button, share it on your page or in a group that needs the information they're going to hear today. My name is Toni Harris-Taylor from Houston, Texas, and I am the proud marketing and sales coach and CEO and founder of Drastic Results Marketing and Sales Coaching, and then also the multi-unit award-winning franchise owner where I help with Network in Action, where I help leaders and members to take drastic steps to make more connections, collaborations, and cash. So today we're going to have a guest, Mrs. Eva Medalik, and we're going to talk about success without stress. Is that possible? I'm not sure that is possible. And so we're going to learn some things, a thing or two, so that we can have more success and become high performing without stress. Before we get to her, though, I got to share an incredible story. You may have seen me post it last week. So many of you know that I'm volunteer with the Prison Entrepreneurship Program. And one thing I have learned since becoming an NIA franchise owner is the more good you do in your business, the more business grows. It's just kind of one of those things, right? It's actually biblical. So I have the privilege of volunteering at the Prison Entrepreneurship, PEP. So I attended an event at PEP and met a graduate of the program who was released 4 years ago, Mr. Terrence Sampson. Mr. Sampson wants to help at-risk youth and high school and college athletes to understand the power of their choices. And when I met him, he said, I just need a break. I just need to get out there and I need a break. And so I asked him what his networking strategy was. Of course, crickets, right? So I am so happy I've been able to take Terrence under my wing. And through connections, through NIA, I introduced Terrence to Mia, who had a connection to a head football coach at a local high school, who then connected Terrence to the athletic director. Terrence got the opportunity to speak last week. You'll meet him on a later show. But what I love about the story is the impact we get to have on other people's lives when we just open a door for them. All we have to do is show them where the door is and open it for them through introductions and connections. So I'm very proud. Terrence got his opportunity to speak at the football banquet, and that's just number one of many to come. So keep networking, keep helping other people, keep showing up, and you will have success. My guest is Miss Eva Medalik, and Eva is a high performance coach. You're going to meet her after we take a quick break, and we're going to come back and we're going to learn what does it mean to be high performance and how in the world can we have success without stress. We'll be right back.
76% of warm referrals actually close. Are you getting all the referrals that you want? My name is Toni Harris-Taylor, and I am the community builder with Network in Action Northeast Houston. I bring business owners together to help them to build relationships to bring each other more leads. If you're interested in getting more leads for your business, contact me at NIA Northeast Houston.
All right. So here she is, Eva. Welcome to the Drastic Results Show. Yay.
Hey, Tony, thanks for having me. I love being on your show. I love your energy. I love everything about what you're about. So thank you for having me on again.
Thank you. And if you're watching, please leave us a comment. If you're doing the replay, put a comment in there as well. So, Eva, where are you in the world? Because
I'm in Berkeley, California.
okay, so she is over there somewhere.
I'm on the left side of the continent.
Okay, very good. So, in your own words, who are you and what do you do?
So I am a certified high performance coach. And, my specialty is really helping entrepreneurs who are working a 9 to 5 really have that energy that they need to be able to make more money, have more time, and eventually create a successful business while working their 9 to 5. So I help people have success, advance their careers without the sacrifice to their health, their well-being, and their relationships in the process.
Okay, so you help people who are corporate aspiring entrepreneurs. Love it, love it. So how'd you get into that? What's your story behind your business?
Well, my story was that I was a dental hygienist for 30 plus years, and I'll just leave it at 30 plus. And I got downsized. And in the process of interviewing for a job, I would say, I realized that I didn't want to work a 9 to 5 anymore. And I needed to do something that gave me more freedom, more time, and more abundance in every area of my life. And I decided to start my own business in real estate investing. But at the time, I was still working the 9 to 5. So I was working my day job. I was building my business on the side. And what happened to me is what happens to a lot of people who are aspiring entrepreneurs, if you will, and are still working that 9 to 5 to pay the rent and feed the kids. I became burnt out, overwhelmed, exhausted, to where my health was affected. My mood was always cranky and exhausted. I was working all of the time, it seemed, and it eventually impacted my relationship with my husband. Mm-hmm. And I knew at one point that as soon as our business got to a certain level, we'd be able to make time for our relationship. Well, as soon as happened for me when I discovered his infidelity, and that was the wake-up call that I needed, that I had to find a way to build my business without sacrificing my relationship and everything that mattered the most to me in the process. And so did the work, became a high performer, became a high performance coach, and have been able to do that both and eventually leave my 9 to 5 job, if you will. And I'm a full-time entrepreneur now, and I'm still married to the same man, and we're working together and really having the energy that we need mentally, emotionally, and physically to build our business and be what we need to be for each other.
Mm. You said something key. You said you thought you were going to get the time after you built the business to where it was to be, rather than making sure that you were including your husband. And so many of us women, right, I'm included, we're going after it. And sometimes our relationship, not just our spouse, but children, there are so many things that are sacrificed. So how did you get the clarity, besides the infidelity, which is a wake-up call in itself?
Yes.
But some people experience that and keep right on going. So how did you get really clear what you needed to do in order to first save your relationship, and then still you can be successful? So what did you have to do?
Well, I realized early on that I had to own part of the responsibility for what happened, that implosion that happened in my relationship. I wasn't an innocent victim by any stretch of the imagination. And I knew that the habits that that I currently had, work. I worked before work. I worked lunchtime at work. I worked after work. I was always wanting to grow my business because, I was already 50 and I felt I was out of time, but I knew that those habits weren't sustainable. And who I was being as I was building wasn't even somebody I wanted to be with, and it took some searching. It took some coaching. I hired a coach. We got some therapy together. We had separate coaching, relationship coaching specifically. And I just really learned the habits that could have me advance my career and build my business without it costing me. So for me, I had to learn how to take care of myself. I had to learn how to take boundaries. I had to learn and be specific about what made me happy, what made me unhappy, what my priorities were, and made sure I focused on those. And I became very, it was a journey. It doesn't happen overnight. Let's be clear. But I became very clear on what was important to me. And I wasn't willing to sacrifice the people that I love and care for just so that I could be a successful businesswoman. But I knew I didn't have to make a choice of either or. I knew I had to find a way to do both. It was a both and for me. And just learning the habits of high performance and discovering what made me perform better as opposed to what wore me out, and learning to set boundaries around my time, around my energy, gave me that clarity in my life and my business.
So you spoke at the Viral Networking Conference,
Yes.
and you spoke about success without stress, and you made an offer to the audience to do a VIP session with you, and I did it. And it was all about relationship and who I am in relationship. And I'm being vulnerable here. And to tell you guys, I know how I show up and what y'all might think I am in relationship. Forward, direct, right? But most people think I'm very direct, but I'm really what you called a emotional evader. So what are those areas that people show up in their relationship that also translates over to business? Because the truth is, I have a difficult time having hard conversations. I know y'all don't believe that, but I do. And so what are those different scales, if you will, that people fall into, and who should take this session?
Oh, the quiz. Yeah. So basically, part of the work that I immersed myself in when I was trying to find out why I was controlling, why I could not give up control of certain things in my life and business. It was like, if I want it done right, I have to do it myself. And that was so exhausting. And so I dived deep into the work of this couple called Milan and Kay Yurkovich. And basically, they noted how our early life experience really can create these habits and patterns that actually damage or sabotage who we are as adults, our relationships as adults, how we show up in relationship. And I'm not just talking about intimate romantic relationships. I'm talking about our business relationships, our relationships with our children, and just how we relate in life. And so based on that work that I dived myself deep into, I created this quiz called the relationship style assessment. And there are 5 relationship styles. I made one that could damage or sabotage our relationships or who we are as we show up in the world. And I did an acronym with the word style. So STYLE. S is seeks to please. T is tries to control. Y is yo-yos or vacillates back and forth. L is looks to accept blame. And E is evades emotions. And each of these specific styles grew out of a particular home environment that we were raised in and what was role modeled for us in relationships. And we formed our own styles. And that is the foundation of learning where that through line, where that thread is, and how we show up now, and that we can launch our high performance life off of. Because once we are aware of who we are, how we're showing up, and what triggers that, if you will, then we can easily choose a different way of responding that brings us the results we want in life.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, you are starting a new high performance cohort. Let's talk a little bit about that. We'll be right back after this break.
Do you find yourself sacrificing your personal fulfillment in order to achieve professional success? Are you avoiding having deep, intimate conversations for fear of damaging your relationships? Perhaps you're experiencing fear, frustration, and fatigue with everything that's going on in the world today, and you're simply not having the impacts that you desire in your life and business. I'm Eva Medalek, and I help powerful, driven, high achievers cultivate a high-performance life by bringing intimacy in their relationships and increasing their influence and impact. You see, in my coaching program, I marry the strategies of high performance along with relationship coaching that enable my clients to truly have it all. You see, after working with me, my clients experience happier, healthier, more intimate relationships. They get clarity on the habits and practices that support their vision and goals, and they have increased influence and impact in their life and business. So if you're tired of feeling like you're sacrificing in your desire to grow professionally and you're ready to thrive in every area of your life, go to talkwitheva.com and let's create a plan so that you can have success without sacrificing your personal fulfillment in the process. Go to talkwitheva.com. I can't wait to meet you, and let's rock it out together.
I love your commercial.
Oh,
That's wonderful. So tell us more about the program and who should be a part of it.
Well, this program basically will help you in high performance. What is high performance? It's succeeding beyond the standard norms consistently over the long term while maintaining your well-being and cultivating positive relationships. And it'll lead you to the discovery, methods, and outcomes that will improve the quality of your personal and professional life. And I'm creating these smaller group cohorts, if you will, no more than 6 people. So there is a little bit of a waiting list, but I'm curating people that are ready and willing. There's the two of them, because a lot of us are ready and we're able, but most of us are not willing to do what we need to do and give up what we need to give up to have the success in our life and business. And the outcomes that you are amazing. You're going to get at least 2 hours back in your day every day. So for those of you who are claiming that you ain't got no time, I'm going to guarantee that you get at least 2 hours back in your day. You're going to be moved from exhausted to energized. You can build a successful business while still working your 9 to 5. Stop your loved ones from complaining that you're working too much. Not too hard, don't get me wrong, but that you're working too much. Get your health back and help you manage and remove those distractions that keep you from being as productive as you can be. So that's what you get from being in a group, high performing group cohort with me.
Oh, I love it. Sign me up. So I have another question for you. So how has networking helped your business?
Oh my God, networking. Your network is, proportionate to your net worth, right? So networking for me has really opened up my world to not only be in service, but allow other people to be in service to me. Because in order to be a giver, somebody's got to be willing to receive. And those people who are constantly lone wolfing it, I don't need anybody, I can do this by myself, are the ones that get burnt out, overwhelmed, and exhausted trying to do everything on their own. But just bringing, like the people that I met at your viral networking conference, girl, I love them all. I love them all. And I've made some amazing connections there. But, I schedule at least 1 to 2 networking events or individual networking opportunities a week for my business. And that's been instrumental in growing my business. and expanding, the people that I get to call friends as well as colleagues.
I love that. Thank you for your words and thank you for saying that you've met amazing people at the conference. Yeah, that's who we attract.
Yeah.
So I am just happy and I hope you're going to participate again next year or this
Oh, I
year.
would love to.
All right. Well, we'll talk about
Right.
that.
It's already next year,
It's
isn't
already
it?
here, right? All right. So the next question I have for you, what's the biggest drastic step you've taken in your business?
Actually, it was getting on stage. The very first speaking engagement that I did that was an official speaking engagement was in London, England.
Wow.
And I had no idea what I was doing, but I said, I got to do it anyway. And, just speaking on a regular basis, getting on stage, because I have trouble remembering what I want to say. It's kind of a family thing. It's not just me. We just kind of lose our words sometimes. And for me, it's a source of like, oh my God, what if I forget these important points I want to make? So the more I get on stage, each time I get on stage, especially live, is a drastic step for me, live and in person. So, but it's made the biggest difference in my business because I don't hide my mistakes when I'm on there. I'm not trying to be perfect. And there's something about being genuine and being perfectly flawed that just attract people. Like, if she can do it, I can do it too, kind of thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I'm so excited that you took a drastic step and played with me by being a sponsor at the Viral Networking Conference. I'm happy to hear that those relationships are growing. And I'm just happy to have you in my world, Eva. So thank you so much. As y'all can see, her information is scrolling across the bottom. Hit talkwitheva.com. Learn what her high performance program is all about. But most importantly, connect with her. You never know who she knows. She's a connector of people as I am. And so she will open doors for you if it makes sense. So thank you so much, Eva, for your time. I appreciate you very much. And I look forward to what we have next for 2023.
Absolutely. Thanks, Toni.
All right. We'll be right back after this message.
Are you a busy business owner that feels invisible and you are not making the money you deserve? My name is Toni Harris Taylor with Drastic Results Coaching. I'm a leading marketing and sales coach who teaches service-based entrepreneurs how to magnetically attract their ideal clients to make more money now. If you are ready to get drastic results in your business, contact Toni at 713-387-9273. Remember, take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Eva Medelik, for joining me today and talking through how you can have success without sacrificing yourself and relationships. Don't forget to connect with Eva at talkwitheva.com. And I just want to encourage you all to share this information. This is great information, hearing from small business owners that are just like you, who are showing up, doing great things, making an impact in the world. And then if you want to make an impact in the world, don't forget to connect with me at meetwithtoniharristaylor.com. Hit the get to know you or catch up call if you're already in my network. And I want to help connect you to the people, places, and things you didn't even know existed. Save the date, October 5th, 6th, and 7th is the Viral Networking Conference. And then we are going on tour. What does that mean? We're hitting 7 cities around the US and Canada with the tour so that we can spread the message about how to go viral with networking. I'm actually looking for sponsors who want me to promote them throughout the country. So if you think that's you, hit me up at meetwithtoniharristaylor.com. I am forever grateful for my community and you who take the time to watch what we're doing hear what we're doing, implement what we're doing, and supporting our network. We'll see you next week, same time, Tuesday at 4 p.m. And we will just keep going and keep taking drastic steps. This is Toni Harris Taylor saying take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow. See you soon. Bye.